Hey guys, welcome to SeeGeekGO. It is really cold in my apartment right now, so I'm cuddling up in a blanket. Today we're going to be talking about a game called Little Amazon, which is an endless runner meets platformer, and it is running in the trend of the freemium games on the App Store. Freemium meaning that it is free to play and looks like a premium game that you would pay a couple bucks for. It does have in-app purchases, and I'll get into those in a little bit, but let's talk about the game first. It is by a company called BulkyPix. I think there's a couple other companies that are associated with the producing and development of Little Amazon. I can't remember when it was released, but I think it was released in January, if I can remember correctly. So it is an endless runner meets platformer in the aspect that you are running, much like in games like Temple Run. But there are different platform levels in which you can jump up to avoid obstacles and enemies and what have you. You are trying to escape the lair of the evil Groll, and you have people who are helping you along the way, like this little cute thing called Splash, in which if you die, it will pick you up and lift you for a couple of meters to a safe zone, so to say. So that's interesting. That's an aspect that I really enjoyed about the game, is being able to collect Splash when you get further on in your running aspect. There is a story behind the game, which I think is interesting. A lot of people will probably skip over the story aspect of the game, but I do enjoy a story in a runner game or a kind of monotonous puzzle game, because a runner is kind of like a puzzle game in the aspects that you're doing something very similar all the time. That was a major complaint on a lot of the reviews that I was reading online, that it was really monotonous and there wasn't really any changes in the game as far as you went along in terms of the story aspects, which I found to be true and not true depending on how far you have gotten along in the story. Things do seem to change. And it is a free game, except for the fact that there are some in-app purchases that you can make to remove ads and get more coins. A lot of people also complained about the fact that you really, in order to level Lily, because she has different abilities that you can level depending on how you want to play the game and depending on what you think will make her most successful in the completion of the runs. There are different things that you can do. You can level up Jump so that she jumps a little bit higher. The in-app purchases aren't ridiculous either. I've played some games where it's very obvious that they are not necessarily trying to cheat you out of your money, but they know how to kind of hook in the casual gamer. At least with Little Amazon, the 99 cents purchase is reasonable. You get 2,000 coins, and you can really do some fantastic leveling aspects with that amount of money. And it'll kind of give you a push when you've gotten further along if you only purchase the 2,099 cents coins. It also gets rid of your ads in-game, which can be really distracting and kind of unfortunate if you accidentally hit them. So that's nice as well. I have played some games where 99 cents doesn't get rid of the ads that you have to purchase at a much higher level. So it's nice to have that ability with a small amount of money. So all in all, I've really enjoyed Little Amazon. It's a great looking platform endless runner, and I don't find the in-app purchases completely ridiculous, and to the point that I did purchase the first 99 cents to not only get rid of the ads, but to also be able to level the aspects that I wanted to level a little bit more quickly, because I was getting a little bit further in terms of the story and I wanted to be able to do what I thought was necessary in order to get a little bit further into the game. I haven't reached a point in which I've had to purchase more coins again, but I have heard some complaints that in order to do what you need to do in-game, you have to purchase a certain amount of coins. I haven't run into that yet, and I don't know that it's necessarily going to happen. I do find that often that is the problem with these types of games with in-app purchases, is you just have to be really careful and knowledgeable about what you're doing. And I do highly suggest when you're getting into a freemium game that has in-app purchases to level aspects or get more of what you need or what you want, that you play as long as you can without having to do that, to understand if you truly want to invest in the game, if you think the game is worth that amount of money. Because I have played some games where it seems that in-app purchases are necessary very, very early on, and then I find myself not wanting to play that game after I've made the purchase. That's happened once or twice to me. It's just the game becomes monotonous and becomes ridiculous. And some people have complained about Little Amazon being monotonous, but it's an endless runner. There are people who play Temple Run religiously, and that game I find a little bit more boring than Little Amazon because it's just, I don't know, you're just moving forward. At least Little Amazon has a story aspect that I find interesting, and Temple Run really doesn't. So if you have a chance to check out Little Amazon by BulkyPix, it is free to download on all iOS devices from what I understand. So have fun, keep playing, let me know what you think in the comments down below.